Hey there, Super Family! Now, this is the moment, the final episode of Super Chat 2023 Challenge. Today, our finalists will be answering three identical questions from our experts. So, first off, let me thank our experts for their brilliant questions. I want to thank Roger, the pageant nerd, Supranational News, and Alvin Sabatero. Thank you very much for your amazing questions. Ladies and gentlemen, pretty much like in the previous Super Chat episodes, in the finals, you can help your favorite candidates advance to the top of Miss Supranational 2023 experience. The voting link is below the video. Make sure you've downloaded the Miss Supranational app and voted for your favorite candidate. And now, if you are ready, let's go. Miss Supranational Canada, Alexa. Roger, the pageant nerd, is asking you this question. Knowing that a beauty queen is often the subject of harsh criticism and severe bullying, why have you decided to join the Miss Supranational experience?
I've decided to join this amazing experience because I know myself, and that's what matters. Maybe a lot of people who give these criticisms from wherever they are in the world, they may not know me, but their opinion doesn't define who I am and what I want to do with my life. My aspirations are more important than someone's opinion or comment that they may have, which may not even be completely correct. So, having my own focus is what drives me. And that's why I'm here today.
Wow, thank you, Alexa.
Hello, Pragna. So happy to see you in this final episode of Super Chat 2023. Congratulations. And here comes your question from Roger, the pageant nerd. Knowing that a beauty queen is often the subject of harsh criticism and severe bullying, why have you decided to join the Miss Supranational experience?
I think it is all about the attitude that we carry in the end. I mean, as beauty queens or as any influential persons, when influencing people or inspiring people, it comes with both positive and negative aspects. So it all comes down to the attitude that we take those feedback in. And I think the most beautiful thing about pageantry is you will find that comfort zone, between all the pressure from people and expectations. There is this fine line of comfort zone where you feel confident and your thoughts are in place and you just feel comfortable and confident with yourself. I think that is the beauty of pageantry and being able to, you know, uh, hold our emotions in place.
Thanks. Brilliant answer.
Valeria, Miss Supranational Peru. Question from Roger, the pageant nerd, for you. Knowing that a beauty queen is often the subject of harsh criticism and severe bullying, why have you decided to join the Miss Supranational experience?
Well, first of all, I decided to join the Miss Supranational experience because I feel like I align with a lot of the values that this organization has. And I want to give my country this proud moment of winning the Miss Supranational and being have that honor of being the voice and the image of the organization. But second of all, I think that we as humans, we should not let other people control our lives and opinion of others determine what we want to accomplish. So I know that there's always going to be an opinion, a good and a bad opinion about something that you're doing, but you don't have to listen to them. You don't have to stop your life and leave behind all those dreams that you want to accomplish just because the two people don't understand what you want to achieve. So I think that regardless of all the criticism that a beauty pageant can have, I think that this experience help you grow and it teaches you so much about life and how you can open your eyes to new cultures and new worlds. So I'm really grateful for to be living this experience.
Thank you, Valeria. We're happy that you were with us this year.
Miss Supranational Philippines, Pauline, your final question from Roger, the pageant nerd. Knowing that a beauty queen is often subject to harsh criticism and severe bullying, why have you decided to join the Miss Supranational experience?
I am someone who has personal experience with being body shamed, so I know what it feels like to be bullied. But I also know that with the help of so many different people around me and with their love and support, I was able to overcome those hardships and those challenges. And I'm a better person for it now. And I want to be able to join Miss Supranational Philippines. The reason why I'm here is because I know that I have the strength in me to be able to overcome those different challenges, like being body shamed, for example. And I know that my story is a story of many more women. And I hope that us standing on stage here will give them strength to find the best in themselves.
Thank you for your answer, Pauline. Miss Supranational South Africa, Yanda, your turn to answer a question from Roger, the pageant nerd. Knowing that a beauty queen is often the subject of harsh criticism and severe bullying, why have you decided to join the Miss Supranational experience?
I think before I answer that, I'd like to refrain from using the word pageant queen because I think that reduces me to just pageantry when I do things outside as well. I'd love to say, just as a woman entering a platform such a pageant is empowering in this day and age because of the leadership skills that it teaches me. Going into this, we've had wonderful relationships with the team already, telling us that we are enough, that we are fierce enough. It feels like a boot camp for women. And I put myself in spaces like this because it allows me to grow as an individual, and if I grow, that gives me the opportunity to help others to grow as well. Despite the bullying, which we can always look at and just choose to forget about, I truly believe in being cautious about what you let in. And so I always try to block out any negative things that I get and focus on the good things because that is what drives me to carry on.
Thank you.
Miss Supranational Canada, Alexa, question from Supranational News. What is the important method of communication between people besides language? And how do you use it in your life?
The most important communication method, besides communicating verbally, is also communicating with our eyes and seeing what's in front of us. Because our eyes are very powerful, we can see how other people feel, the emotions on their face, and we can sense that as well. Because when we know how people feel, we know how we should act, how what we're doing is affecting them as well. So feeling that emotion through their face, through what we see, is the way in which we can communicate, in which we can also strengthen the bond between others, knowing that we understand what they feel and they can also see that we're understanding of them.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Miss Supranational India, and now it's your turn to answer today's question from Supranational News. What is the important method of communication between people besides language? And how do you use it in your life?
I think communication without any language would be in form of arts. For example, music and dance forms, they don't need any specific language. Just the entire divine space that we share, that is an amazing way to connect with people from across the globe. For instance, I really enjoy Korean music. I find it
Hmm.
soothing, while at the same time enjoying my own cultural bhajans and slogans. If you see Indian music, it makes sure that your mind, body, and soul, they align, and it brings you peace. I think this kind of arts, they have no languages or no boundaries.
True. Thank you for your answer, Pragna.
Miss Supranational Peru, Valeria, question to you from Supranational News. What is the important method of communication between people besides language? And how do you use it in your life?
Hmm. An important method of communication besides language.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something that I really appreciate is when someone gives me, if this is the meaning of the question, when someone gives me a hug. I really appreciate that. And I feel like when someone hugs you, it just makes you go away of every problem that you have. It gives you like this shoulder to cry on and to talk with them and to liberate. So I think a hug, to me, it means the world. It means that you care about me, and I like to give hugs to a lot of people. So if I see all of you in Poland, be completely sure that I'm going to give you a hug.
Sure. Thank you, Valeria.
Miss Supranational Philippines, Pauline, your final question from Supranational News. What is the important method of communication between people besides language? And how do you use it in your life?
I agree that sometimes language can be a barrier between people. But especially in a beauty contest setting, we have to be able to look beyond the language, and we have to look at the intentions that we have at heart and the message that lies beyond that language. And as long as we'll be able to bring in people for a meaningful cause, then the language that we speak doesn't actually make a difference, because everyone will be able to feel the good intentions and the good faith that we have, and together we can create meaningful things out there.
Thank you very much. Miss Supranational South Africa, Ayanda, your turn to answer our today's question from Supranational News. What is the important method of communication between people besides language, and how do you use it in your life?
Outside of language, I think it's with how you show love. We all know that there are different love languages, and understanding what the love language of the other person is very important. If your love language is showering somebody with gifts, like mine is, then that is how you show love. I remember birthdays, I remember things that you won't even remember the first time we met each other, and I will hand a gift to somebody because that is how I show love, and I reciprocate those feelings as well when somebody shows me that love by giving me a gift that has some kind of sentimental value to them or reminds them of a memory that we've shared together.
Thank you.
Alexa, Miss Supranational Canada, a question to you from Alvin Cibataro. Which of these gave you a life-changing lesson in life, and why? Love, time, or death?
Time has given me the most life changing lessons in life because it is over time that I've gotten to know myself. I've seen myself develop from this young, shy girl who didn't know what she wanted to do, didn't know how to exercise her platform, to this young woman today who has a voice that is a little bit more confident and definitely louder.
Thank you, Alexa.
Mr. Supranational India, your time to answer our today's question from Alvin Subitaro. Which of these gave you a life-changing lesson in life, and why? Is it love, time, or death?
I've personally experienced that time once gone is gone forever. I mean, I do regret that after school I did not put in those extra efforts to maybe learn some new foreign languages. So I do have those little regrets, and with time, when not used wisely, there will be regrets left. So here I am coming to Miss Supranational with a positive mindset and to not have any regrets. I just want to have the best time of my life. And time is the only true measure to measure anything in the world, and it waits for nobody. So right now is the moment, and we have to make the most out of it.
Brilliant answer. Thank you, Pragna, and good luck.
Miss Supranational Peru, question to you from Alvin Cibataro. Which of these gave you a life-changing lesson in life, and why? Which of these three? Love, time, or death?
I think that based on my experience, time, definitely. Um, I've said it before, I waited 10 years to participate in the Miss Peru pageant because of criticism, and because of I was afraid of what people should think if I was just a superficial girl and what other comments would take. So I think that time, it's definitely something that made me learn a lot, and it helped me to pass this experience and have the courage to open myself to new experiences and open my eyes to different things that I can achieve. So I think that's what made me have this experience. Time, definitely.
Wow, brilliant answer. Thank you, Valeria.
Miss Supranational Philippines, Pauline, your final question from Alvin Sabatero. Which of these three gave you a life-changing lesson in life, and why? Love, time, or death?
It would definitely be love. I've had so many different struggles in life. I'm sure many of us have, in terms of being body shamed and being bullied and somehow losing our sense of self-worth and purpose in this world. And it was the love of other people that helped me create so much self-love for myself. to be able to conquer all those different challenges as long as that voice in our head is the kindest and the most understanding, and to allow that to transform us into someone who's capable of overcoming all those challenges and bringing and lifting others up in that journey as well.
Thank you for your answer, Pauline. Miss Supranational South Africa, your turn to answer the question from Alvin Civatero. Which of these gave you a life-changing lesson in life, and why? Is it love, time, or death?
It has to be depth. I think to this day, one of the things that I'm known to struggle with is grief. And the first time that I ever experienced grief was when I was in grade 10. I lost my athletics partner. She had a surgery that went wrong, and she unfortunately passed away because of that. And that is the first time that I was aware that people can pass away and that it can have an effect on you. Um, and I was so terrified of what was happening to me and the emotions that I was going through that I actually didn't go to her funeral, which is one of my biggest regrets to this day because I didn't get to say a proper goodbye to her. And from that memory, I think I was reminded of just how precious every single day is, and that just because we are young, it doesn't mean that something bad can happen to you, or that you can lose a loved one, or that you can even be lost in a couple of days. And it really taught me to just cherish every single day and take each day by storm, which is a mantra that I still live by to this day.
Thank you very much for sharing.
Now, this is almost it. All answers were brilliant. One of these ladies will advance to the top of Miss Supranational 2023 experience, and much depends on you guys. Vote for your favorite candidates in the Miss Supranational app. The voting link is below the video. And see you very soon. It was Super Chat 2023 final episode.